Hey guys, welcome back. Today is the first week of my 2L year. I didn't get to film the first full half of the week just because, you know, you're getting back into the things, you wake up a little late, you have to read a little here and there. But I wanted to film this video just to like update you guys on how my first week of 2L year has been going, and it has been nothing short of amazing. Where do I start? It's been really good. I love all of my classes so far. They're super interesting. I actually got to choose them this year, which was awesome because I got to choose a more convenient schedule. So Mondays and Wednesdays are my class days, and then the rest of the week I'm free to do basically whatever I want. Obviously I have to read during the days that I have a gap. Today I don't have any classes because it's Friday, but I will be going to campus because I have a moot court meeting thing. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I wanted to try out for the moot court team, and the one at Miami is #1 in Florida and I think #10 in the whole United States. It's very competitive and hard to get on, and yeah, I mean, even if I don't get on, I just really want to know that I tried. There's no reason to cut myself short of that. Today they have a mandatory meeting. I believe it's a brief writing workshop. So for the moot court competition, you have to write an appellate brief, you get paired with a partner, and then you guys have to go through several rounds of oral arguments. Then on Tuesday our problem gets released, so that should be exciting. I think we have around like a month to write the actual brief, or I think we have like 3 weeks or a little less than a month. From there, our oral argument competition is in October. It takes place on like one specific weekend, multiple rounds. But yeah, the partner that I'm with is basically a friend of a friend, so I don't know her, but I'm excited to get to know her and practice like with my other friend, and it's just gonna be super fun because I don't know, I love speaking, I love writing, I love everything about it. And I was gonna do mock trial, but then I realized I'd rather do something different than mock trial because I did mock trial in undergrad. Second year is going phenomenal. Yeah, I feel really happy. I just feel like this is gonna be a good year. Wow, my camera's already dying. That's so upsetting. I have to charge my camera actually, so I'm gonna continue this video once my camera is charged. So I ate my breakfast. I'm gonna put a picture here because it was so good, guys. I slayed that breakfast. My camera's currently charging, but it's charging as I film, so this is perfect. It's currently 10:32, by the way. Another thing I wanted to mention was that I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that I've been posting videos on true crime on my shorts. I decided that I want to dedicate my shorts to true crime, and then my long form more like law school geared / maybe sometimes I'll post long form true crime. I mostly am doing that just because I think it's interesting. I like being updated with the news and everything, so I thought it'd be cool to do like on my free time because they're just a minute long. But I will not be abandoning the law school content. I still want to record law school stuff for myself just to reflect on when I'm older and already have a career and everything, and then also for everyone out there who would find this helpful or entertaining. I'm currently on a job search for my 2L summer, and I'm not gonna lie, initially I was panicking, I was stressed because everybody's getting their jobs. A lot of people apply during their entire summer of 1L year, so people are like securing employment, posting it on LinkedIn, and kind of stresses you out if you aren't in that position. And I don't think there's anything wrong with not having a job yet. A lot of people don't. I just didn't dedicate my whole summer to applying to jobs. I was honestly very, very busy with the internship that I was doing already, thinking about how to like formulate a cover letter, and like everything was just super stressful for me. So I was like, okay, I'll just do this whenever I have time in the beginning of the year, or etc, etc. But I'm finally calming down because I got into contact with my career advisor, which was initially a different woman, but there's this new woman who recently got employed and is now my new career advisor, and she's really, really nice. She really has been pouring so much of her time into my job search, so I'm super grateful for her. And I've been praying a lot that I would eventually be able to find a job that's a good fit for me, that I enjoyed, and that was just a great environment in the area that I want to be in. So when she got assigned to me, I just felt like it's not a coincidence, you know? So if you're curious, ideally I'm thinking of finding a job that is like working for a mid-sized firm. I think big law is completely out of the question. I think that that's for the best, just because it's not my vibe in the way that they don't like respect you as a human being. Like from what I've heard from other people's experiences. It's just everybody kind of knows you only do it to pay off your school loans and then you kind of dip, unless it's your personality and you just like the grind and like working more than you actually live your life. And that's not shade towards Big Law. Amazing opportunity. I'm sure 99% of people would try if they got the opportunity. Point is that I think the mid-sized firm slash one day starting my own firm is more so like what I'm trying to do. I think I'm interested in like insurance defense or like employment law, maybe immigration. I'm not sure, because I really like the whole workers' compensation insurance defense thing, and I also want to learn personal injury. I think my goal is really to be employed after I graduate somewhere where I can learn that type of law and then eventually open my own firm and practice that law. So I'm trying to really gear my efforts towards personal injury, insurance defense. I've been considering criminal defense, but I don't know if that's going to be my niche, just because working with people who are convicted of crimes is very difficult. Of course, it's a job. Everybody has a right to defend themselves in court, but I guess I would be very morally conflicted with some types of crimes. And technically, no, I don't have to accept every case if I did do criminal defense. I do think it's interesting, but I'm really leaning towards like insurance defense and stuff like that. If you are entering law school or you're in your second year, like, you are not alone in the whole panic situation about finding a job. I feel like the panic never ends, even when you do secure a job, because then it's like, okay, well, I like this job. Are they gonna treat me well, etc., etc., etc. Ideally, I do want to stay in South Florida too, like maybe Miami area, maybe like a little more north. But honestly, at this point, it's like I just want a company that I'm gonna be happy at. So it's currently the next day, and I wanted to tell you guys how my moot court meeting went. And I also swapped out of a class yesterday. The moot court meeting was good. They were just going over like the little parts of an appellate brief and tips they had, details within that. So that was good. It lasted like 2 hours and 30 minutes or so, somewhere around there. I can't really remember the exact amount of time, but it turns out that they actually changed the time. So they didn't meet at 12:30, they met at 1. That was fine because I got there a little early and I was able to choose my spot and everything worked out. When I got home, I was heating up my food and I was just thinking about how my antitrust class is pretty difficult. Like, I've had that professor before. He does not play. Like, his exams are very difficult. And sure, like, he's a good professor, but I was just weighing, I really want to risk this grade and the impact it could have on my GPA when it's just not worth it. There is zero reason for me to put myself through that unless I wanted to become an antitrust lawyer, but that's just not the case. I was looking through the classes that I could switch into, and I really wanted to learn about reproductive rights, mostly because the professor is phenomenal and I love her. She's just everything that you would want in a professor, but it clashed with another class that I was taking, so I was like, okay, that's fine, I'll just take another class. So I ended up switching into advanced appellate advocacy, which is essentially just a class they recommend to take if you want to do moot court, and it satisfies a credit for the litigation and dispute resolution concentration, which is something I'm trying to complete. So that was one thing. It was also like a good amount of credits so that I would still be within like the amount that you need per semester. It also teaches you like very practical skills, writing, researching, and oral advocacy. So yeah, I switched into that and I started doing some work for it yesterday as well. Like during the nighttime, I printed out the packet and we have to have our statement of facts written for for Wednesday. So I'll probably get that done this weekend. And yeah, those were my updates. Anyways, I'll end up the video here, but I just wanted to give you guys a little scoop into like what my 2L life is like, letting you guys know that I haven't abandoned the legal content, and just like keeping y'all updated with my life. Have a good day.